Given the rumors and speculation swirling around about the fate of Hideo Kojima and his production team at Konami, who knows how much longer we'll get to enjoy the storied Metal Gear franchise. Let's recall the better times and return to Sons of Liberty to see what other Easter eggs mastermind Hideo Kojima slipped into the classic PS2 game. We previously took a look at the more erotic side of things with a handful of naughty secrets, but we're keeping it PG this time around. Many of the character names and aliases found throughout the series pay tribute to movie counterparts. For starters, there's Raiden's real name, Jack. This might seem like a very common name until you consider his girlfriend's first name is Rose. The names Jack and Rose are a nod to the 1997 James Cameron film Titanic. Ironically, the first chapter of the game also involves the tanker ship sinking after being split in half, though instead of an iceberg, it's explosives set off by Ocelot and the damage caused by the villain escaping in the stolen Metal Gear Ray unit that sank the vessel. Then there's Otto Kahn, whose first name is Hal, and Solid Snake, whose real name is revealed in one of the endings of Metal Gear Solid to be David. Hal is a reference to the HAL 9000, the supercomputer that turns on its crew in Stanley Kubrick's 2001 A Space Odyssey. David is a more subtle nod to the main character in the same film, Mission Commander Dave Bowman. In Sons of Liberty, 2001 references come in the form of the name of the tanker in the first chapter called the Discovery, the name of the ship in the film. Later on, you upload photos to Otto Kahn on a terminal with the name Monorith. It's actually a mistranslation and is supposed to read monolith, a reference to the evolution-inducing object in the film. Snake also shares a connection with another film hero, Snake Plissken, depicted by Kurt Russell in John Carpenter's 1981 action film, Escape from New York. During the Big Shell chapter of Sons of Liberty, Raiden encounters a Marine going by the name Iroquois Plissken. Though the spelling is slightly altered, Kojima is clearly tipping his hat to Carpenter's anti-hero. The personality and appearance of Solid Snake are also heavily influenced by Snake Plissken. There's a few other elements in Sons of Liberty that pay tribute to the silver screen. Right before the final showdown between Raiden and Solidus, there's a slow-motion sequence where white doves fly up from the ground, a staple of John Woo films. In the beginning of the game, the manner in which Snake arrives on the tanker, kneeling on the ground with a flurry of electrical beams, is very similar in nature to how the Terminator arrives in Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Then there's the fact that the soundtrack for this game was worked on by a Hollywood composer, Harry Gregson Williams, whose works at the time included The Rock, The Replacement Killers, and Enemy of the State. That's all for now, but let us know what your favorite movie reference in the Metal Gear series is in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.